Plates ready? This is Food School, Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. Want to feel amazing, love the way you look in the mirror, and perform your absolute best in the gym, at work, and in life? You're definitely in the right place. Food, it's you. It builds every single cell of you. And if there is one thing every human being must master, it's food. Because at the very least, eating, you do it every day, several times a day, every single day. You might as well get good at it. I'm your host, Shurina from Create Yourself That Today, your personal nutritionist and plate watcher, your diet guide and explorer, your fat loss coach and food inspector. And just someone with a lot of passion and obsession and curiosity for healthy food, healthy diets, nutrition, optimized human performance, everything and absolutely anything you put in your grocery shopping cart, your fridge, on your plate, and in your mouth. It's my business. Food School, on a mission to help you eat better daily.
It's the last time I talk about food. It's the last time I talk about food.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. And in today's podcast, you're going to learn how to actually, in a proven way, get smarter and faster through food, through particular groups of foods that deliver a very specific nutrient that I'm doing a lot of research and reading about these days. You're going to learn in practice how to get this nutrient from whole foods, because at the end of the day, it's still your best option to get all the nutrients from whole foods. Supplements just don't seem to work that well. Isolated supplements and compounds don't work well in our body, and there is probably a reason for that, meaning usually whole food has a whole system of nutrients that work together, and so when you eat that whole foods, you get the whole array of nutrients that deliver the most value in the most effective and efficient way. When you isolate certain nutrients and you erase this system of nutrients, that food matrix, then isolated nutrients stop working that well in your body. And anyway, today we're talking about getting faster and smarter. And we're talking about omega-3 fatty acids. And as I mentioned, omega-3 fatty acids or any isolated nutrient does not deliver that much value from supplements. So yeah, fish oil, all of that, it can be an okay version option when you have no other options. But because it's not that difficult to get omega-3 fatty acids from your foods in small amounts that we need, I wouldn't really recommend to go for supplements. Besides, most of the supplements on the market are not of their good quality, and omega-3 fatty acids, polyunsaturated fat, they're very unstable and really easily oxidized, meaning when fats oxidize, when you eat them, they actually produce inflammation, and they actually become bad for your health, not good for your health. So that's why also it is very important to get your omega-3s from foods whenever possible. And omega-3 fatty acids, and specifically marine omega-3 fatty acids, because there is a whole family of omega-3 fatty acids. It's not just one molecule. They're different. And so some you can get from land sources like flax seeds or walnuts and some other foods, land foods. And then some of those you can get only from marine sources. The initial source of omega-3 fatty acids is algae or seaweed, certain kind of seaweed. Not every seaweed will do. And then some fish eat it and get their omega-3 fatty acids, and then we eat it and get our omega-3 fatty acids. And so those omega-3 fatty acids, or marine omega-3 fatty acids, and specifically DHA omega-3 fatty acid, is very important when it comes to cell communication, and when it comes to speed of processing, basically, when you get DHA, omega-3 fatty acids, in your cell membranes, by eating it, you increase your RAM. So, or, your it's like, RAM in a computer, your processing speed. So the more of those fats you have in your cell membranes, the faster your speed of processing information and transmitting the signals between every cell. And where it's the most important, your heart muscles, your eyes have a lot of DHA, and we are visual creatures. Most of our brain power is actually dedicated to processing visual information. And so our eyes have to work really well to deliver that information timely. And so you have good vision, you need a lot of those DHAs too. So eyes, your brain, your heart muscles are the richest places in DHA, and they really suffer when you don't get those. And a lot of scientists, a lot of health professionals believe that because we gradually are deleting those omega-3 fatty acids from our food supply, that's why we're getting more and more heart disease, and also a lot of brain disease or brain disorders, because DHA actually is a fat that your brain consists, 20% of your brain consists of DHA. So 20% of your brain. It's very important for your brain because, well, the function of your brain is to transmit signals, right? To analyze all the information that comes in, analyze it, and then transmit appropriate signals to the rest of your nervous system, to the rest of your body. And the faster it happens, the better decisions you make, the better you react to your environment, the better you think, the better your memory works. Also, as I mentioned, heart is also very, very rich in DHA. And why? Because your heart also needs to pump all the nutrients, all the oxygen through your whole body. It's that, electrical machine without which, when it doesn't function well, we don't function well. And that's why I also believe cardiovascular health decreases for a lot of people, because people stopped eating those DHA, those omega-3 fatty acids. And there is a whole even theory how the species that evolved into becoming human beings we are today, they came to existence because at some point one branch of human beings found this source of omega-3 fatty acids, probably from small fish, and they started eating a lot of it. And if you look at the most advanced civilizations where they started, most of those, all of those actually, regions are somewhere around water, where there was an easy access to seafood and foods that are rich in omega-3 fatty acids. That's where our language started, where our writing system started, and even where agriculture started in the most advanced centers of our civilization. So a lot of really cool, guys, also funny fact for you guys, boys specifically, your sperm is another part of your body where you have the most DHA, because those guys, they need to travel the fastest for you to procreate and for us to survive as species. So a lot of DHA there too. And if you're not getting yours, well, guess what? You're probably not going to be procreating that well, and you're not going to have a lot of fast swimmers. For athlete guys, if you're someone who want to move faster, who want to sprint, who want to do any movement faster, but even if you're not a speed athlete, if you're not a cyclist or a swimmer, it still matters how fast your cells, your muscle fibers react to any of the movements you are attempting to do. And so it's very important for athletes to have enough DHA and to increase the speed at which your cells communicate. And in general, guys, we are a complex organism, and we consist of trillions of cells. And if those cells do not communicate well because we do not have enough omega-3 fatty acid or DHA specifically in our cell membranes, So the signal is not transmitted that well. A lot of times it fails to transmit, and all of aspects of our health suffer. Not just our brain, not just our heart health, not just our eye health, but all of the aspects of our health suffer when we do not get enough DHA. And back to practicality, we do not need that many DHA, guys. We need somewhere around 500 milligrams of omega-3 fatty acids, of marine omega-3 fatty acids, DHA and EPA combined, to actually get everything we need. Of course, more is probably better, because then your body can really speed up and your brain can really get smarter. But 500 milligrams is what recommended, and it seems what we need. But of course, if you're an athlete, if you're someone who is involved in a lot of mental activity, in a lot of mental work, or a lot of studies, you do a lot of studying, you have to memorize a lot of things. Anyone who's a student of some sort, and I believe everyone needs to be a lifelong learner or a lifelong student. So more omega-3 is just going to be better, and there is no known side effects of getting more omega-3 fatty acids. Another interesting thing you want to think about before we get into practice and where you actually get the most of your omega-3 fatty acids per bite of food is that, you hear a lot about, especially if you are into personal development, into nutrition, into getting better, into becoming a superhuman, into biohacking, you hear a lot about smart drugs, and a lot of times you wonder, or maybe you try a lot of them. I definitely tried quite a few. You wonder, do they really work? Like, do they really make me smarter, or make me think better, make me make better decisions? And guess what, guys? DHA, or omega-3 fatty acids, is the only quote-unquote smart drug that is actually proven to work. It does increase the speed of processing of information, the speed of transmitting signals between your cells. So you do think smarter, you do move faster, you do think better, you process visual information better. That is very important for our cognitive abilities. So DHA, that is actually a proven smart drug that a lot of people are not using, and it's so easily available in our today's food supply. That's the beauty of our food system. One of the good sides of our food system, that these foods are widely available in most of the places on earth. So if you're really into smart drugs, if you're really into getting smarter and getting faster, then eat your seafood rich in omega-3 fatty acids. And we will talk in details about seafood right now. But before we talk about that, another thing you want to think about, omega-3 fatty acids compete with omega-6 fatty acids that are pro-inflammatory and tend to decrease the speed of processing. So if you're eating a lot of omega-3 fatty acids, or some, but then on top of that you eat a lot of vegetable oils like sunflower oil, safflower oils, but also a lot of meats have omega-6 fatty acids, especially conventionally grown, not pasture raised or grass fed. If you eat a lot of animal fats from conventionally grown animals, if you eat a lot of processed foods, omega-6 fatty acids in our food supply, it's easier to overeat them. But so if you overeat them, they actually will compete with omega-3 fatty acids for the space in your cell membranes, and your body will use whatever is mostly available. So the point is, if you eat a lot of omega-6 fatty acids, you can cancel positive effects of omega-3 fatty acids. So you need to decrease, ideally to the ratio of 1:1, but even better if you have more omega-3 fatty acids than omega-6 fatty acids. So you got to decrease the amount of omega-6s and increase the amount of omega-3s, and only then you're going to get the positive effect that is noticeable. So another thing to keep in mind. And now to the practice. So where do you actually get your omega-3 fatty acids? And I'm going to give you a list of 7 foods that are the richest in omega-3 fatty acids and in DHA specifically, starting with the richest source and ending with the least rich source, but still a very good source of omega-3 fatty acids. I'm gonna tell you the amount of omega-3 fatty acids per 100 grams of foods or 3.5 ounces of foods. That is usually a small can of sardines. That's how I prefer to get, for example, sardines or other omega-3 fatty acid rich foods. Canning is a great way to preserve our foods. A lot of times the food has no preservatives in good canned foods. So stock up on those cans. They're also very convenient to travel with. So without further ado, omega-3 fatty acids rich foods. Number one of my favorites, cod liver or cod liver oil. Just 1 tablespoon of cod liver oil will not only deliver the most amount of omega-3 fatty acids, or 2,664 milligrams of omega-3 fatty acids, and to remind you, per day you need somewhere around 500 milligrams. So 2,664, 1 tablespoon of cod liver oil, plus the same 1 tablespoon of cod liver oil will deliver you 200% of amount of vitamin D you need per day, and I believe somewhere around 300-400% of amount of vitamin A you need per day. So this is a very efficient food. 1 tablespoon and you got your A and D and omega-3 fatty acids. How cool is that? So cod liver oil, I prefer to eat my cod liver and I prefer to eat somewhere around an ounce a day. That delivers everything you need when it comes to omega-3s and vitamin A and vitamin D that a lot of you guys are deficient in. Number 2, caviar. So caviar, or specifically the caviar of salmon, 1 tablespoon of that will deliver to you 1,086 milligrams of omega-3 fatty acids. It's also very rich in choline, that is an important nutrient for our brain health, but we're not going to be talking about that in detail today. But caviar, just 1 tablespoon will deliver you 1,000 milligrams, so twice the amount you need. And then the rest of the fish, we will take 100-gram portion or serving size and 3 or 3.5 ounces of the fish. So, but still, to repeat, number 1 source, 1 tablespoon cod liver oil plus vitamin A and D that are also very important for your eye health and for your overall health. Number 2, caviar or fish eggs of salmon specifically. I'm not talking about any caviar, but about salmon caviar. Number 3 source, mackerel. 100 grams of mackerel will deliver you, guess what guys, 5,134 milligrams of omega-3 fatty acids. So this is 100 grams or 3.5 ounces. So even if you eat just 1 ounce, it will still deliver you more than triple amount of what you need. So quite efficient, don't you think? So it's not expensive, and you can take it like a supplement. It's not like you have to make a meal out of it. No, like 1 tablespoon and you're done. That's why I don't understand why people don't do that. You can put it in your salad. You can, again, so convenient, so easy. Number 4, salmon. 100 grams of salmon will deliver to you, but only wild, also the difference. There is a difference. 2,260 milligrams of omega-3 fatty acids. Salmon. Number 5, anchovies. 2,100 milligrams. Number 6, herring, 1,730 milligrams of omega-3 fatty acids. And 7, sardines, 1,480 milligrams of omega-3 fatty acids. So your richest source is not sardines, is not anchovies, something that I really got to love these days cod liver and cod liver oil. This is like the richest source, the most efficient source, plus you get your vitamin A, you get your vitamin D. If you're not eating cod liver, guys, it's delicious when you get good quality. Like it's so amazing. Like I so love it and my body loves it. Again, so number one, cod liver oil, just 1 tablespoon will deliver to everything you need. Number two, caviar. Caviar is kind of, expensive and not that easy to get, so I tend to not eat it. Plus I don't like that super salty taste. And number three, mackerel. Also very convenient and efficient way to deliver to you omega-3 fatty acids. Number four, salmon. Number five, anchovies. Number six, herring. Number seven, sardines. And guys, on a practical side of things, do not confuse flax seeds, walnuts, all other land sources of omega-3s with marine sources of omega-3s. They're different, and vegetarians and vegans among of you guys, I used to be there. Remember, those omega-3 fatty acids that you get from flax seeds and walnuts, they're not the same as marine sourced omega-3 fatty acids. So if you're a vegetarian or a vegan, you might consider getting a good quality algae oil. That is, there are a few companies available on the market that create good quality algae derived omega-3 fatty acid supplement. That is not the best source from my perspective, but if you're vegan or vegetarian, it's better than nothing. I don't really understand why anyone would want to limit their food supply to compromise your nutrition that much. Eat your cod liver and you'll thrive. So that's it for our omega-3 fatty acids, practice and theory. But just remember, guys, omega-3 fatty acids, they are your speed molecule. They make you smarter, they make you think better, make better decisions and faster decisions, analyze information faster. This is like the smart drug that is proven to work by all the studies that are done. Instead of, trying to find this miracle smart drug or loading up on coffee, eat your omega-3s and your brain will fire like, I don't know, like on a rocket fuel or something. So eat your omega-3s. If you have any questions about them, ask me. And if you're an athlete wanting to run faster, if you have problems procreating as a guy, if you have problems with your eyesight, omega-3 fatty acids, guys, you need them. And I want to read you something from the book that I'm reading right now, the second book on the omega-3 fatty acids this week, The Queen of Fats: Why Omega-3s Were Removed from the Western Diet and What We Can Do to Replace Them. Because these fats were not recognized as being essential to human health until the 1980s, most current recommendations and nutritional advice took shape without them. At the same time, they were being eliminated from many foods because their presence caused problems with product stability and shelf life. It is the fat that permits animals to think and see. That is about DHA fatty acids. How omega-3s operate in healthy, well-nourished people, and to describe, well, that is not really related. The second highest concentration of DHA is found in sperm, which have to swim the fastest, most competitive race of all. Next is the heart muscle, which beats 70 times per minute, some 2 billion times in a lifetime. And a funny fact for you guys, colibri, the smallest birds on earth who fly and use their wings really, really fast, and they have the fastest metabolisms of any creatures alive, they have a lot of DHAs, guys. but they get their DHAs from insects, and I'm still to research insects as a source of omega-3 fatty acids. But yeah, Colibri, the fastest moving bird with the fastest metabolism, has the most omega-3 fatty acids that it is not getting from any vegetarian or vegan sources. So that's a fun fact of today that will hopefully make you remember the information you learned today, will make you eat more omega-3 fatty acids rich foods that are seafoods. And guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for taking care of yourself. Thank you for wanting to be smarter and stronger and faster and leaner and a more awesome human being. And as usual, guys, till next time, eat better daily. And today it means specifically eat more omega-3 fatty acids rich foods.